A very good afternoon and welcome to the President of Malaysian Association of Training Providers, Dr. Maria Rufina, the Honorable Speaker for today, Mr. Sivarao Apparahu, and the team from MDEC, the Executive Committee, and all members of Metro. Welcome to Metro's third Capacity Building Session for 2025. Introducing myself, I'm Kana, Secretariat Assistant of Metro, and I will be the MC for today. We are delighted to have all of you here. This session is organized by the Metro with the aiming of empowering our training providers with opportunities that can strengthen and grow your organizations.
A very good afternoon, everybody, and truly very heartwarming to see all of you here today. We are always trying to get as many opportunities as possible to meet up with members. It will be great if all of you can switch on your cameras. This is the only time we can get to see our members, all right? And I really hope that this session will be a very interactive and engaging session. In fact, I have been personally looking forward to this session. Government agencies have a lot to offer, and I think it's so important for us to be aware of these things before we can really use this platform and these facilities to enhance our business as well as ourselves as well. That we want all of you to get the best out of this session. Please be ready with your questions as the speaker shares. Let me just give a quick introduction about MedPro. We are Malaysian Association for Training Providers, MedPro. Actually, our website is actually medpro.org.my, but we are now working in the midst of getting our new website up, revised version. So we will keep you all posted because we'll be launching it soon. So we'll keep you all updated on that. Our strategic vision is basically to be the leading body representing and elevating Malaysian training providers. And I'm proud to say that we're the first registered NGO representing TPs, and we were established in 2013. Ever since then, there are a lot of things we have been doing, especially addressing concerns of the training providers, right, with the relevant authorities. I would be highlighting some of it shortly. Our mission is to raise standards of training providers and focus on the business growth. Number two, to be the voice for the training providers. And thirdly, to be a hub where we can channel information. I'm very proud to introduce this, our executive committee for the year 2025-2027. And if any of you know them, please be in touch with them. If you have any concerns, any queries, please feel free to get back to us. Also to share some of the activities which we have done as a hub. One of the key things we want to be a gateway for sourcing trainers and training providers. And I think many training providers have found this WhatsApp group that we have formed very useful. And we have two, just to let you know. One is Metro members, where this group is where all of registered members are here. Another one is Friends of Metro, right? And the other one, we also have a Facebook group where we have about 10.4K in our community now. So I would like to encourage all of you to please go into this Facebook, follow, and feel free to post your programs or requests for trainers in these platforms, okay? Now, as a voice for training providers, many challenges have been faced by our industry, more so now, okay? A lot of training providers, the number, as it is, number of training providers, there are many, nearly about 8,000, but many more can easily come in. We also have a lot of big companies and employers are becoming training providers, if you notice. That is another very big challenge that we are also facing. On top of that, most of us here are HRD registered and we depend on the levy to conduct the training. But even that levy is now being used for other purposes as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a complaining, but these are little threats we have to be aware. The threats, and we need to, it's time for us to ask, are we going to be dependent on this alone? How are we going to differentiate ourselves? And that's why in influence policy making for training industry, just to share, these are all some of the things we have highlighted in the year 2025. Okay, we did a courtesy visit, but when a courtesy visit is done, we normally raise issues. Okay, we request for monthly dialogue so that we can channel concerns. In fact, one of the things we requested was discounts for all TPs for NH50 booths and also partners. But this year we did not get any because I think they had overwhelming response for the booths, including overseas as well. All right. So we missed that. And then on the 12th of July, we sent a direct message to Metro on pertinent matters. All right. A couple of them. And on 14th July, we sent a request to Matre. This is to Matre because as some of our training providers were registering with Matre, they found that there's not even a little feel for training industry. We had to put into something else. So we sent a letter and we're still following through on that. We also sent a letter to HRD Corp because this issue was really raised where HRD is becoming a competitor to us. I think all of us know that some trainings are being conducted. So we have addressed this concern several times, and HRD Corp did make the necessary actions to curb it. They said they're going to only conduct signature programs. All right. And on the 20th of August, we did a press release when they said that the HRD levy can be used for graduate salary. So even that had been taken up, and we are now awaiting a meeting with the CEO to discuss this further. All right. That was just to highlight some of the things we've done. And on top of that, for the business growth and capacity building, I think you all would have heard this word repeatedly in the groups. We've been saying it again and again. We want to also widen the training opportunities for the training providers to look out. And all the while, HRD Corp has been the main source. Why not we also look into other areas? And that explains our talk for today, one of the reasons. And other things in the pipeline in the capacity building series for training providers is introduce certification bodies. We will try to bring any one or two to share, and anyone who's interested may even get certification, get their program certified through them. We also want to drive synergy among TPs, think tanks. These are all the various things we actually can do if only we can collaborate, right? Initiate study tours, summits. These are all in the pipeline. And members, we need all your support. More upcoming initiatives. We are planning to launch Metro's new logo, new website, as well as a membership app. And we are also planning to do a fireside chat with the new CE, HRD Corp CE. We will keep you posted, so do stay tuned. As I all know, I think the membership fee renewal is only 100, and these are all the privileges. I'm proud to inform that members, you will have visibility in Metro's website. Your logo, your website will be in our website, Metro's website. Members, I want to share with you all that there's a lot to gain. If we have many other friend training providers who are not in here, they should be in this room. Please do invite more of them to join us. Thank you very much. With that, I would like to end my speech and pass this back over to Kana.
Thank you, Dr. Maria, for the introduction. Now it's my honor to welcome our honorable guest speaker for today's session, Mr. Sivarao Apparahu, Senior Manager of Partnership and Financing, SME Digitalization at Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation. With over 23 years of experience supporting micro, small and medium enterprises and SMEs across Malaysia, he specialized in driving SME development with a strong focus on financial digitalization, access to financing, ecosystem enablement. Currently serving as a senior manager at Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, he leads national-level initiatives to accelerate digital adoption among MSMEs. His career journey also includes key role at SME Corp Malaysia, where he focused on unlocking critical growth enablers such as access to financing and capacity building. He is passionate about building inclusive and future-ready digital ecosystems that empower Malaysian MSMEs to thrive in the digital economy. Without further ado, please let us warmly welcome Mr. Sivarao Apparahu to share his insights on empowering training providers through MDEC opportunities. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Kana. Okay, and also thank you to Dr. Maria and the rest for inviting MDEC to do the sharing today. Okay, we are very honored to be part of this capacity building series, this series of capacity building here. Okay, I think definitely it's a good initiative to uplift the training providers and consulting industry in Malaysia. Okay, and of course, what I want to do the sharing today is about the initiative that currently MDEC is rolling out, which is the Business Digitalization Initiative. And I believe all of you are aware what MDEC does. Okay, maybe before I do the sharing, I think I can also do a quick introduction about MDEC. So MDEC is the digital agency that in charge of the digital economy development in Malaysia. Right, we are looking into three key areas, which is investment, business development, industry development actually. Okay, then another one is the rakyat. Okay, so where we have all specific digitalization programs to address this. Okay. And as mentioned by Kana earlier, my background is more on the SME digitalization, right? And prior to joining MDEC, I was with SME Corp Malaysia, okay, looking into SMEs development programs, which including training a bit, right? But my forte would be more on the financing. Okay, so allow me to pull up this the slides. Give me a moment. Okay, my sharing here today, it's about MD Business Digitalization Initiative. So MD means Malaysia Digital. MD used to be also known as MSc status, right? A few years ago, we have rebranded MSc to MD. This is for us to stay relevant with the ever-changing business environment where there's a lot of technology advancement happening, and also to reflect the role of MDEC in supporting the digital economy development in Malaysia, right? So now MSc is known as MD status, right? And the MD is our key brand. And under MD, we are driving this business digitalization initiative, okay, where the focus is very much about digitalization of businesses, particularly the MSMEs. So this particular initiative, the overview of this initiative is it's a whole of nation approach where we are looking very much to facilitate adoption of digital technologies and solutions by businesses, with the objective of to increase the productivity and also to reduce the cost of business operation. How we started this was, we commissioned a study back in 2023, early 2023, something like that, whereby we appointed a consultant. This is on the National MSME Digitalization 2030, right? Then after that, the outcome of the study we presented in the MED4IR. MED4IR is Majlis Malaysia Digital Economy Council, actually, right? And subsequently, this initiative was approved by PMX, okay, for implementation. And this year, our YB Minister, KD, have launched it on 25th March, actually. Okay. So now, I think very much is, nowadays we are talking very much about AI and all that, right? So how MDEC can be positioned to support the digitalization of small businesses? That would be the key area that we are looking at it. Okay. So under this initiative, the key target would be moving up the businesses according to the maturity level, actually, right? So that we can achieve the intended outcome of increase in business productivity and also to reduce the operational cost. So as you can see, the target by 2030 is we want to move up 20% of the businesses to digital maturity level 5, okay? Then 80% of the businesses to digital maturity level 3, okay? So what are the digital maturity level? Okay, this will be explained in the next slide. Okay. Right. Okay. Sorry. Before that, why digitalization important? So I think this is the usual thing everyone is aware. why we need to digitalize our business actually. So for me, if you ask me, I think we just need to look into, for any businesses such as yours, if the digital solutions that you want to adopt can help you to improve the efficiency, to increase your productivity, and also to help you with the more market access business opportunity, then that would be the right solution that you should be looking into it, right? Okay. So with this ever-changing business environment, today we are talking about AI, but I think sooner or later there could be a new technology, a new version of AI or something else that can be introduced actually. So the technology advancement is very, very fast, right? So in MDEC, part of our key support would be on nurturing all these tech solution providers, especially the Malaysian companies, right? Because they would be the backbone of supporting this digitalization actually to businesses across all economic sectors. So business digitalization, what does it really covers, right? So based on the study that we conducted, it is categorized according to the functions that we have identified, right? Which is front office, mid office, and back office, right? And these are supported with the emerging technologies. So like I mentioned today, everything is about AI, and we are also looking into blockchain, IoT, robotics, right? And this is also driven by the new tech business models. For example, like sharing economy, gig economy, crowdsourcing, and digital marketplace platform. So even I think some of the training providers currently embarking into coming up with an open platform where they onboard a lot of training providers. They look into the supply and demand, whereby they connect the businesses with the necessary training requirement, with the necessary upskilling and reskilling programs and all that. But of course, when it comes to digital, I think the governance is very, very important, right? So that's why we need to always be very mindful about the cybersecurity protection and also the risk management of this business model actually, right? So what we have is just the example, right? Okay, the back office, mid office, and front office function. This can be various according to the businesses, right? So for example, what MDEC will be doing here is, this is the most exciting thing that currently we are looking at right now, which to be developed and to go live very soon. So the entire digitalization journey going to start with the identification of business digital readiness and needs actually. So that comes with the profiling. So just now I was mentioning that we're about to move the readiness level of the businesses from level 1 to level 3, or they go to level 5 actually. But before that, we need to do the profiling to understand what is their digital maturity level, right? After that, we will match them to the right digitalization toolkits and to be supported with the necessary interventions area, okay, on the advisory and digital tech for businesses, digitalization funds, and digital finance to support their digitalization needs, and also to be matched with the right technologies and digital solutions, and finally on the digital capacity and capabilities, right? So how we are bringing this part of value is, this is where we work with all the ecosystem partners actually. So this entire thing is supported by the industry as well. The platform that currently we are building, right? We're going to onboard the necessary private sector partners to work with us. For example, when it comes to digital technologies and solutions, MDEC has that forte of all the technology partners, right? All the MD status companies. So we will be using them, leveraging on them, where the matching will be done using them actually under the platform. So what we are looking at, the end game is digitally transform MSMEs, right? So after they transform, we will continue to track their digital adoption to measure the progress and continuously to provide the necessary advisory services. So this particular digitalization journey will be available under the platform that currently we are working on. And as I mentioned to you, it will be available the soonest by January next year. So currently what MDEC is focusing also to work together with the private sectors to bring the necessary content for this platform. Okay, So these are the business digital maturity level, as mentioned earlier, right? After the profiling, each SMEs, they will know what level are they, right? Whether they are level 1, level 2, or level 3. Okay. And from this maturity level, right, there would be a recommendation for them to adopt what are the necessary solutions, what's financing support that is required for them to move up to the levels actually, right? So this is the entire process. So the step 1 would be to assess the digital maturity level, right? This is very important. I believe the training providers also can do this, right? The company like yours. So it is open for any type of businesses. Even we are expanding this to what organization like societies, cooperatives, and all that, right? Because digitalization is needed by all type of business entities, including NGOs, social enterprises, and all that. So step 2 would be to address the digitalization requirement. Okay, so these are the 4 key intervention areas, right? Of course, the first step would be advisory on digital tech and businesses. So once the profiling is done, I think the companies, the businesses, they want to know, okay, what are the right solutions for them to adopt actually. So how this can be done, right? We need to have the tech expert guidance advisory to be given to the MSMEs, so that they can understand what will be the right solution. Because we have hundreds of digital solutions and technology solutions, but what would be the right solution for the businesses? That is very much depending on the nature of their business, of the operation of their business actually. So this is where the intervention on the tech advisory is really needed. Then on the digitalization funds and digital finance. So to finance this, right, they need some support. Digitalization comes at a cost actually. It's not free. We take the example of the smartphone that we are using. So how many of you are upgrading the phones every 3 years once, right? Or 4 years once? I think that happens. You are required to do that. And now on top of that, you need to upgrade your broadband coverage as well from 4G to 5G. So naturally, digitalization, there's a cost for it, right? So for businesses, we need to give them support, right? So there are some grant support from the government, but it's never enough. So we are thinking of bringing all the financing solutions, right financing solutions, to be parked under this platform and to be matched with the MSMEs. Then from there on, they can choose the right digital technology and solution. It's based on fit for purpose, right? Which is very practical for the business operation. Okay. And of course, this is based on the recommendation that is provided earlier during the advisory support and all that. And finally, to manage these applications and all that, right? So now you have the solutions available, but how to use it on day-to-day operation, how to optimize it, you need to have the right talent. So this is where the upskilling and reskilling of the workforce is required. So with these 4 intervention areas, we are expecting the companies can be transformed into, to have a first step into digitalization. So currently, what are the most important part that we have concluded under this initiative is the financing support from our partners. So some of the offerings that currently we have, if you go to our MDEC BDI website, we have all these financing partners onboarded, okay? And they are offering funds for digitalization purpose actually, right? And from government, the support that we have is Grant Digital PM Cares Madani, okay, which the government provides grant up to 5,000 ringgit for MSMEs to adopt digital solutions. It's a matching grant. Okay, so unfortunately, the grant is closed, right? The response is just overwhelming. We received a lot of applications, but we are expecting that for it to be continued for next year. So we are waiting for the budget announcement very soon. However, grant is not sustainable. I think we also need to look into other financing solutions that we can make it available for the MSMEs in the event they want to go for digitalization, right? So these are some of the partners. As you can see, we have financial institutions, we have the digital banks, e-wallet providers, and also the peer-to-peer lending platforms. We are also exploring into other type of financing solutions that could be very helpful for MSME digitalization, for the business digitalization, such as like B2B, buy now, pay later for businesses, which are currently being offered by a peer-to-peer platform and a digital bank. There are also other models like a TechFin, offered by this one particular partner here, based on where companies can, subscribe the solutions. They can rent the devices. This is all based on the subscription package actually, which quite affordable. Okay, and for business expansion purpose, we have other facilities offered by the partners such as term financing and invoice financing. So the idea here is we want to create a digitalization fund working together with the private sector, right? Currently, we are still exploring. We are talking to many what are more financial institutions, more financing partners, including the government side, right? We are also trying to collaborate with the other ministries and agencies, how we can bring more grant support into this program actually. Because we do understand that, we need to package this entire thing. So when we ask the companies to adopt digital solutions, we also need to provide the necessary support on the next step actually, right? If not, the digitalization, the digital adoption can't happen. Okay, so the challenges that we have identified from our ongoing work is, we understand that each business is different, right? When you talk to retail business, the type of digital solution they need is totally different compared to those in the manufacturing, right? For example, the professional services, they may not need solutions like an e-point of sale system or e-commerce solutions, digital marketing, and all that. That is not necessary. They might want to have solutions like e-invoicing, more like a CRM, things like that, or accounting and tax solutions that would be more applicable for them. So in this case, there's no one size fits all digital solution. So that is the reason, when you look at the digitalization journey, right, each companies are treated differently, right? So to make this happen, we need to have the support from the right, a pool of good tech advisors, CTOs actually, right? So that they can analyze and advise the companies what would be the right solution that you need to adopt actually, right? And the solutions also need to be very much practical, and it has to be fit for purpose digital solution. So going back to the example of a company in retail and F&B business, I think the most important digital solution they need would be e-point of sale system, right? E-invoicing, and also accounting and tax solution. That is very much needed for their day-to-day operation immediately. For manufacturing, they could be different. They might need a solution on supply chain financing, right? ERP, CRM, inventory management, totally different solutions, right? Okay. Then the knowledge and technical expertise, this is something very much lies with the talent, right? The talent that we need to upskill and reskill within the business. And finally, financing the business digitalization. So like we have mentioned to all of you earlier, right? All these are not doable if there's no total support package given to the businesses actually. So we understand what is happening right now, when it comes to the business environment, and we trying to bring as much as players, mainly from the private sector, to support this initiative. So that's why this program, the Business Digitalization Initiative, is more of a coordinating approach here, right? We are working together with all relevant stakeholders, from the government side, ministries and agencies that are driving the MSMEs development, business digitalization, then the private sector who can extend their financing support, and from the industry, all those tech companies who can provide the right solution for the MSMEs at a very affordable rate and all that. So all this has to come together. So in the space of training and consulting, actually we have initiated some discussion with HRDF, right? We're about to continue the discussion and to get them on board as well. We want to see how the tech advisory services can play a role, leveraging on all the training service providers. that we have in Malaysia. Actually, of course, we are looking very much on the digital skills to have the right expert to be onboarded and for them to give the necessary advice to the MSMEs when it comes to the digital transformation. Actually, okay. So I think with that, this would be my last slide. So I want to encourage everyone here who's in this call to do a digital maturity assessment to understand your digital maturity level actually. So I've mentioned about level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, get a feel of that. See at what level you are. Then from there, you can start your business digitalization journey. Of course, we don't have that platform ready at this point of time. That is currently still work in progress. But we want to capture as many companies that can be profiled, and later we will reach out back to you all with what are the necessary support to be given and how you can be part of MDEC's program actually. So there's more to come, and definitely we want to get everyone involved, everyone to actively participate in this business digitalization initiative. As I mentioned to you, no, we are not working in silo. We are working with key stakeholders, for example, like SME Corp, MCMC, which they have a network of all the telecenters in Malaysia to train the rural entrepreneurs. Okay, and we're also working with other stakeholders like KUSKOP, Kementerian Keusahawan. So HRDF, another important government agency that we want to approach and get them to collaborate actually, right? So I think with that, that would be my presentation. Actually, it's just a very short sharing. Let me see.
There's a question here, Mr. Sivarao.
Yes. Yeah.
This is from Thomas. Are training providers perceived as users or assessors?
Training
Thomas, do
providers-
you want to elaborate? Or is that good?
Yes. Training providers, I think at this point of time, you are more of users. However, like I mentioned to you, there's a special focus on the advisory part. I do see there's a synergy that we can work together if we can have a right training providers which specialize on providing tech advisory related services. So there's a potential for that also. We can explore on that. Then second, grants are open to MD companies only. No grant are open to any businesses, as long they are registered under SSM, they are legit business entity. Yes, it's open. But the tech companies, normally what we do for the business digitalization grant, we will onboard the tech solution providers. So these are our MD status companies. So they have to be MD status. However, for MSMEs, when they want to adopt digital grant through these MD status companies, that part is open. As long they are MSME companies, they are registered under SSM, they can apply for the grant actually.
Okay.
Understood. Thank you. I have another question, but I see Celestine has also asked the same question.
Does a tech advisory company have to become MD company? Does this require vendor registration? Okay. Yes. If you are a tech advisory or tech solution provider, yes, I will suggest you to become MD status company, because when it comes to nurturing the digital solution companies, technology companies, it's MDEC's forte actually, right? We already have this MD status thing. There's a two category for that, ordinary category, and there's also tax incentive category. So tax incentive, that is a different set of requirement, because that one you need to show that you are investing. How much workforce you are hiring and all that. But the other category, the ordinary one, if you want to be recognized as tech solution provider, you can become one. As long your nature of business is solution provider, you can apply to be that. Then once you are MD status company, we are open to collaborate actually.
Okay, there's another question here. Celestial, does that answer your question? Should be okay, yeah? All right, the next question is...
The second part of my question is not answered. Do we need to require us to register as a vendor registration? And is the vendor registration still open?
Okay, so vendor registration, that is a different process. If you want to provide services to MDEC, you need to register as a vendor. But if you want to become MD status company, that is totally different. That is not vendor registration.
Okay, I'm already a MD status company.
Okay.
I'm already a MD status company. So does it mean that I can already provide the advisory service and provide solutions as well?
Okay, all right, sir. I think, okay, this is a good question and it's really timely. So under this program right now, Business Digitalization Initiative, we are about to start the onboarding process. That soon to be announced actually. So if you look at my, if you if you can recall what I've presented earlier in the slide, there is one intervention area on digital solution providers. Okay, so we are about to start onboarding all MD status companies to become what validated service providers actually. Then
Right.
from there, we will recognize you and you can be part of our program, especially the grant program in future. Then even without the grant also, you can start promoting your services with MDEC support.
All right. Okay, thank you very much.
So that is about to happen soon. We will advertise in our website, in our social media posting as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
sir.
There's another question here from Kartina. I am MDEC Digital Expert Network from 2025 to 2027. You mentioned CTOs will be advising on solutions to companies. May I know the CTO is from MDEC or from companies that is providing the solutions?
Okay, so Katina, I think you are referring to something. You are an MDEC digital expert.
When you presented just now,
Mhm.
you mentioned that all those grants that is being provided, there will be CTOs that will be advising companies.
Yes, yes,
So meaning that the CTOs are actually from the companies that is providing the solution.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
So we are planning to onboard.
That
Yeah.
is at the end of the day, whatever the procedure is, I have no issue with that. But as a trainer, because I teach mobile apps and AI, I have seen people who actually trying to get grants and already get grants from MDEC, and the apps that they were quoted by the technical solution is like in more than 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. Even the consultancy fees is the grant is not enough. But
Okay.
what I always suggest to them is that do your prototype with us first, because we are trainers. We are able to advise them what they need, because we are not people who actually provide the solution. So what I'm trying to suggest here is that maybe you can identify training providers. Okay, we come into the system to actually provide, we support the companies, we advise them to come up with what we understand their companies, they come up with prototype, they know what they want, then they talk with the CTOs that is providing the solution. Because at the end of the day, coming from that, they will want to be the highest to their company because there's grant involved. But for them, for the people who are recipient of the grants, after that, the cost is too high. So some of that actually did not want to pursue, although they have great ideas. So because this is something that the Training Providers Association this is a good discussion, what I'm trying to suggest is, why don't we sit down, discuss, we identify training providers that can actually advise companies. Then after that, who are interested to get the grants, we get them to do prototype, they understand what they need, then they go to the CTOs.
Well, I think thanks for highlighting this. This is something that we have been very curious actually, if you ask me. We know how it's being being done currently in the market. There are a lot of how to say it's being driven mainly by the tech companies actually.
Yes.
They're promoting for their own interest and all.
I can give you actual examples because there are 4 of the grants recipient that have attended my class. Even there is one that actually was offered, but she turned it down because she said, Katina, after that, I cannot bear the cost. It's too expensive. But her idea is good, and she was able to publish app. But using our system is prototype. When there are certain limitations. So I think that is where I think with Mat Pro and so on, we have also other specialists, so we can sit down and assist you in that area to
Yeah,
make it much more better. Not stopping, but it's not
well,
being driven by the CTOs, because the CTOs, of course, they want the highest to their companies.
Okay, good. Okay, I think Ms.
so
Siva,
So
yeah.
we understand this actually. We understand. So if you look at the intervention areas, the advisory should start first. That would be the first
Yeah.
first step for the MSMEs to
Yes.
get into. So this tech advisory thing, I know we are not planning it to be driven by the solution providers themselves. This should be a neutral platform, right? Where
Yes.
all the experts they come
Yeah.
in, they do the knowledge sharing actually, right?
Mm-mm.
So there's no self-interest.
Mm-mm.
But then they can still do recommendation. What are the type of solution that would be practical for their business operation without naming the, the tech companies that are providing it without
Yeah.
pointing to them actually, right? So that is the intention. So the first level of intervention would be providing for our objective is for the businesses, for the MSMEs to be connected with the right experts actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
The right experts who can genuinely give the right advice for the MSMEs. They really need to understand, okay, if I'm a company, I want to go for digitalization, what would be the first solution that I need? I have to adopt. I may not need everything that is being
Yeah.
proposed, and I just
Yeah.
need one part that is very crucial for my business.
Because they need to grow their business by steps, because they may not need the bigger one, but they scale up.
You are
You
right.
see,
You're right.
all those things are not being considered. I'm just sharing my real experience. I was appointed as MDEC then for this year, but I have not yet been called for any meeting except that when they want to do the review for all the universities. So I was involved in that.
Oh, okay. So you are with that particular side. Okay, that is more
Yeah.
talent side actually.
And another one that I just would like to share is that you mentioned that the digital planning is based on your 2023 study, right? You mentioned just now.
Yeah. So we have conducted that back in 2023. We commissioned a study.
Yeah.
We
So
appointed Ernst and Young actually.
why I'm trying to just point this, because 2023 is the start of the new AI. As we know, AI today is not the AI before. All right.
Yeah.
And by 2028, it will be an AGI world already. Artificial General Intelligence. By 2040s, it will be
So
ASI world already. Is MDEC ready to advise companies, or have not yet understand? Because I don't think companies are ready for AGI. AGI is just like 2028.
So I think when it comes to this part, I think we have a good experience of getting the right companies onboarded to provide the necessary solutions and all that. So MDEC also is doing the thought leadership, not only for this program, for the entire digital economy thing, right? That would be our role actually. So we need to be stay up to date so that
Yeah, you must.
we can lead the game, right?
Mm.
And we can we have to provide the leadership to the industry, how to develop the digital economy. But what you have pointed is correct, because the technology is just moving so
Yes.
fast. By the time we complete the platform development and we move to the full-fledged implementation, it could be a different technology that we are talking about. That is possible to happen. In fact, what is happening right now, from the studies that was finding from the studies seems to be no longer relevant to the current plan that we are doing. So
Yeah.
we have spotted on those things also.
So, all right, I'm just highlighting it because
Thank you.
AGI is so near, and AGI is gonna come in a big way. And I don't think HRDC selected 20 of us to one program, which is ATP. Just few months ago, there was a convention, and I see all the HR manager, the top management and so on are not ready for AGI world. They don't even know how to talk with AI properly. So those are the things I think still a lot of things need to be done.
Okay, thank you.
I agree.
Thank you very much, Ratina. Okay, any other questions that we have from the floor? While waiting for them, I have a question here, Mr. Siva. Just to
Yes.
check, among the people who have utilized the grants that like digitalization grants that has been shared earlier and all that. Yeah? Not this MD, but other grants. Are there many training providers who are participating in this, who have participated in this? Are you
You
aware?
are
Would you be
referring to
able to?
other
Yes,
grants
yes.
that, which is not within MDEC. I
No,
mean,
under
with
MDEC.
okay, that means with different ministries and agencies.
There was one, remember the one that the tech companies were offering, where you could use up until about 5,000 to build
Oh,
your
okay.
website.
So the thing is, that is definitely open for training providers to apply actually,
We
right?
still have that available.
Oh, no, that program, we already closed actually. The response was just too overwhelming. Too many applications. Currently, we are processing, and responding to all the queries of the applicants actually. Because the allocation that was provided was not so much. As all of you are aware, we are towards to the tail end of the RMK 13. Okay, so but I think the government is still going to continue this for next year. So we are hoping some good news during the budget announcement.
How about the participation from training providers, Mr. Siva? Are you aware of that? Would you be
I
able to shed
don't
some light?
think I think it's a very small percentage. I don't
Very
have the
small.
data with me, but it's very, very small percentage
Small
actually.
percentage. Apart from this grants for speaker, are there any other kind of facilities or any other initiatives apart from this MD business digitalization? Are there any other initiatives or anything that you all have
So
where our
when it
training
comes
providers can take
to
advantage to grow their business?
business, for MDEC, this would be the closest one actually, the business digitalization initiative, right? Because our focus is more on the tech companies, but okay, of course they have a different role, which they are our solution providers. But for MSMEs, this is the only program currently that we are doing. We have other programs within MDEC, but for different industries. For example, like the creative industries. Again, more of tech companies, not really training providers now. Unless you are a training provider, a tech training provider, which have a platform like a sharing economy where you are connecting the supply and demand and all that.
Okay.
Can
that would
others
come
please
under.
mute yourself? Yeah.
So
Sorry?
that would be recognized as a tech platform actually, and we can open to collaborate. So if you are a traditional training provider, like registered under HRDF and all that, and if you don't have a digital platform, to deliver your training and all that, most likely nothing much that we can assist you. But for the purpose of adopting digital solutions and all that, we can look into the matching grant program.
And that is where they have to go through the application for the business digital initiative to check your
That is the
maturity level.
plan. That is the plan. Next year onwards, we're going to do according to the digitalization journey actually, where we will get every single MSMEs, the businesses, to complete the profiling, right? So we're going to start from the point of, okay, what is your digital maturity level? Then a recommendation from the recommendation and matching on what are the solutions that you need to adopt and what are the further support is required for you to start adopting the solutions. So
Maria, if I may suggest, maybe something that really, if there is an allocation that can provide for training provider, I think training provider can start digitalizing their training program via an LMS, learning LMS. So everybody should have their own LMS because especially now going forward with AI and so on. So maybe that is something that MDEC can consider to help training provider to now digitalize. So for training provider to digitalize is not about just having website. I think website now is not that difficult to do. Everybody can do. But
yeah.
LMS is something that is I have my own LMS. I subscribe to a system and so on. But then there may be people who are not able to do on their own. So I think that is something that maybe MDEC can assist to get digitalization grant for LMS system.
Yeah, that is, I think, something that we can cover under the digital adoption program.
Yeah.
economic program actually. So any of the training providers want to adopt the LMS system,
Mm-mm.
yes, we can look into it.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
That
that
is
would be great, I
ongoing.
think.
That's a program which is ongoing.
Which currently closed.
Mm-mm.
So we can revisit on that, right? But I think we also need to understand from the list of solutions that is available currently to our MD status companies. I'm pretty sure there's already tech companies offering the LMS solution. Okay, so you just need to apply with them, right? So for you to tap into the grant. Maybe some of these LMS service providers are familiar to you or what. You can talk to them and make the to understand now whether the solution is suitable or not. Since now I think for some businesses you already know what you want to adopt. Like
I may be wrong because I have not checked it for quite a while, but if
Mhm.
it has changed. But 2 years ago when you first I checked, no LMS. Its majority are all for business,
Okay.
website, post system, and so I have not seen LMS as one of the digital solution provider.
I
Maybe it's
see. I
something to
see.
be introduced for future when you introduce the new grant next year.
Sorry, when?
When you introduce, maybe you open up the grant for next year. Maybe LMS is something that you can.
Thanks for
Actually,
that
it's
suggestion.
not just for training provider. A lot of companies also now are looking into it because now it's the world of AI already, right? So there are certain things they want to do on their own also, but that
So
is
you see,
something that needs to be taught.
as long this is something that the businesses need, they know by adopting that particular solution will help them to increase their productivity. We
Yeah,
are more than happy to support actually.
that's great. Thank you so much. Just a suggestion, Maria. There's something that
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
think.
It's a good one. Thank you.
I don't know what happened. So, good afternoon, everyone, and Maria and Mrs. Ibarro. So, I have a question here. I'm a training provider, but at the same time, I provide digital solutions which I combine with training as well. So, when I provide digital solutions, it will come and package together with trainings. So, I am the authorized partner of one of the solutions that we have in Malaysia. So do I need to be registered under the MD company, or I can just tie up with the tech company which I am already an authorized partner?
No, you can still register to become MD status. You are providing solution, right?
Yes.
How many successfully businesses using your solution? Any idea?
Yeah, we have just started, and in Sabah we have, under my company we have about 10 and growing.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if I need to register, or since I'm already a partner for this solution, can I just use like are we like auto
Okay.
yeah something like that?
So part of MDEC job is, we want to make sure we verify the tech solution provider out there, right? So that's why we have a certain requirement. They have to be ICT company, right? Providing the solutions and all that. They also need to have certain track record that they already deploy the solutions. There are some businesses using it actually, right? Other than that, it's not so complicated. So these are the key requirements. So if you want to become a solution provider and to be part of MDEC programs and all that, I will suggest you to apply for MD status. For example, the onboarding that we're going to do very soon for inviting all the tech solution providers is only for MD status companies, right?
Oh, okay.
So because later we don't want to have issue. I mean, this is something like how HRDF is recognizing, they are, validating, okay, you are a training provider registered under HRDF and all that. But at the same time, they are also non-HRDF registered training providers, right? But when it comes to, public confidence, they prefer to work with someone that the government already recognized actually.
Okay, understand. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Right. Thank you, Melissa. All right. If there's no any other question, I'm sure you all found the session very useful. Mr. Sivarao, we want to thank you so much for this session. And I would like to now pass the session back to Kana.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Medpro would like to say a big thank you to Mr. Sibarao and MDEC for this wonderful talk, and hereby we would like to present a token of appreciation. All right, please view the video. To officially close our session, I would now like to invite our Vice President, Mr. Arul Kumar, to do the closing session.
Once again, Mr. Siva, thanks a lot for taking your time, today to share with us on what are the programs and incentives that MDEC provides. That has been a useful journey to us. I think Dr. Maria would have mentioned earlier on, the reason why we have these sessions is to get our members to get themselves familiarized with what is out there, which they're not aware of, or to clarify any doubts or any confusion, etc. So I think it has been a very useful session today. We hope this is not the last. We could do more engagements if there's any other new opportunities, new programs, etc. So we will be in touch with your team to see if we can do this on an ongoing basis. Whenever there's anything new, interesting, exciting that we could leverage on. And of course, thank you to the members for joining the session today, for raising some of the questions that you have. So we hope that this program has been useful to, for some of us, it's an eye opener. For me, especially because I've never joined any of this program. I've never done anything under MDEC before, so it's an eye opener for me. I'm sure some of you all, if you are listening in for the first time on what MDEC does, what are the programs and initiatives. So this could be eye opener to you. So thanks a lot, Mr. Siva, for this sharing. And if there's any other things that you come along the way that you feel might be useful to us, do send it over to us and we can share it with our members as well. Or if you have any engagements that, if you would like the TPs to join, you want us to broadcast to our members and the wider community, do let us know as well. We'll be more than willing to share this up. So with that, we close the session today. Thank you, Siva. Thank you, Dr. Maria, as well for encouraging us to organize this, and of course to Kana and all the others. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Mr. Siva, and till we see you again the next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
And
so, Kana, do you want to just take a group photo one more time?
Yes, I would like to take a group photo.
So if,
can
if
you
everyone
please
can,
switch on the camera?
Yes.
Right.
I think maybe before that, for everyone's benefit, we intend to reach out to HRD Corp. As you can see, there's the intervention area on the capacity and capability building, right? So our thinking is, we are not able to, we don't have the resources to go, one by one. So HRDF being the custodian of training providers and all that, we'll be reaching out to them to discuss about this initiative further. And we are hoping to onboard them into this program as well. Like I mentioned to you, this is not MDEC alone what are implementing. There are a lot of ministries, other ministries, agencies, which are relevant to business digitalization that should come and contribute as well. So because it's more of ecosystem play.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rao. I think we will try to take this up with you as well, and hopefully we can see how we can also engage with HRD Corp and play a bigger role in this area. Well, finally, thank you, everyone. Have a good day and good weekend.